What's going on, folk? My name is Lee. Let me stand over here. My name is Lee. I'm from Tobacco Road Barbershop, and we're about to cut my son's hair. We're going to be using, this is the first time I made a video using my ring light and whatnot, so anyway, we're going to be using the Ergos, okay? The Ergos, these are Stylecraft. We're going to be using the Babyliss Pro clippers, rose gold, and we're going to be using the rose gold trimmers, and I'm even going to use the Andis Cordless Envy. From start to finish, here we go. Walking in circles. I can't. Hold on. I'll throw the cape on him first. Say hello to the camera, Junior.
Hey,
This is my son here. Next strip. Okay. Starting with the trimmers. You want the side bronze or want the second one? It'll look better with nothing. It's cool? This is the Babyliss trimmers with the deep tooth blade. The deep tooth blade cuts much more hair, much quicker than the fine tooth. I'm just gonna give him a pre-edge up. With a deep tooth blade, you could even trim up some of the hair. And the Babyliss trimmers are very strong. They do the job. We'll go to the back. We head forward. This way. Go around his ears. Label this real good for that. No matter how much hair you have, because if you notice, his hair is actually this long. So it doesn't matter. The Babyliss trimmers, we cut the hair with no problem. I'm gonna start. Well, let's go back. We're gonna skin them in the back, just going up maybe a ½ inch into the hair, and I'm rolling out as I do it. I'm not creating a hard line. Some people, they will create a hard line. They'll go straight in and go down. To me, that's just create unnecessary work for yourself. So I just roll out. If the line has to be faded out, there's no need to create a bold line. The reason I like to use these, because when you fade, as opposed to these with the blade all the way out, the Ergos will cut it much lower than the Babyliss. I want to leave the hair a little longer so it'll be easier to blend in. So I'll start on the sides. I'm going in the hair and I'm rolling out with the flick of my wrist. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Then I'm going to the Andis Envy. I'm not going to go quite as high as I did with the Babyliss, and I'm still going to roll out. Then I'm going to drop it all the way down to the bottom, the blade. You can go out all the way or all the way to the bottom with the blade. And I'm going to roll out right where the skin line meets the hair that I left Then I'm gonna let the blade out a little bit more, go up within the hair, but not quite this high, and still use the rollout method. Pretty much, as you can see, there's a nice blend already right in this area. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. First, I'll let it all the way out, and I won't go quite as high in the hair, but I'll roll out. Then I'll let the blade halfway down, and I won't go as high as I just went. Still rolling out. And then I'll let it all the way down and get right at the bottom line where it's bald to where the hair starts, and I'll roll out right on that line. And we got a decent blend on this side too. Now, in the back, hold your head forward. I'll come back with these. And I'll go up about half an inch, and I'm rolling out. That's the key to this. Roll out. It'll make it easy to blend it. Come back with these blades all the way out. I'm rolling out again, roll out technique. I'm not going as high in the hair. Then I'm gonna let the blade down halfway, and I'm not gonna go as high as I just went. Still rolling out. Then let the blade all the way down, which this area is already kind of faded pretty decent, so. Now, I'm gonna use the ergos. They cut really, really fast, and I'm gonna do a little bit of shaping, and in this area, I'm gonna blend this. You don't want that line is too bold, so I'm gonna put a O guard on there. I use the Speedo Guide guards. So, with the Speedo Guide guards, you have the double O and you have the O, okay? And they just finally came out with a triple O, which is a little smaller than the double O. So, I'm gonna start with the O, which you could say it's a number 3 guard, or you could say it's a number 2 guard. So we're gonna throw it on the ergos. Gonna throw it on the ergos. And I also use the 910 comb. This comb is an awesome comb to blend areas that, say, your guards don't blend. So you can let it all the way out and go in this area, and I'm gonna start fading the lower hair with the longer hair. Now I'm gonna let it all the way down, and I'm gonna go at the bottom part and roll out. Now if you go in the higher hair, you want to make sure you're going rolling all the way out. Do the same thing on the other side. Let it all the way out, roll out. Now we're going to let it all the way down and hit the bottom of this area by rolling out. Let's do the back. Hold your head forward. Hold your head forward. Turn. There you go. Now on the back, I'm just going to leave it all the way down and I'm going to roll out. Don't worry about that lip right there because you're going to freehand that to blend it in with the rest of the hair. So we put a double O guard on there. I'm gonna hold his head up. Let it all the way out. Let it all the way out, the blade. We're gonna go right here at the bottom and we're gonna roll out. See how that is bringing the blend together, but don't go in the hair to stick up in here. And then we're gonna let the blade all the way down. And we're gonna hit just the bottom. You can use the corner of the clippers or you can use the whole clippers. And if I go in this hair, I'm going at an angle. Because if you go straight in the hair, you're going to create a mess. So basically, that's a real good fade right there in the area. Since his hair is growing kind of like this direction, I'm going to do the same thing. But I'm not going in here where the bigger guards have went. Then hit the bottom. If you use the corner of the blade, like maybe one or two teeth, you can hit right there on that line and it'll fade it for you. But don't go up there. Okay, so we got a nice little blend going on right here with minimal effort. Then we want to do the back. Hold your head forward. Starting out all the way out. Whichever way the grain grows, you want to go against it. Just hitting the bottom and rolling out. That's the key. And the ergo is cut very low, so you want to be real careful. I'm letting it all the way down. And I'm going to hit the bottom little dark part here and roll out. Okay, so now we have a nice little blend in the back too. We're going to take the guard off, and we're going to freehand and make this look a little smoother. Let it mix in with the rest of the hair a little bit better. So we'll start off freehanding. You're just hitting the loose ends in this area because it's already faded. So you just want to barely hit the bottom part and then carry it all the way out. And then, even in this area where that's kind of hanging over, you can hit a little bit of that to make it look a little better.